For those that are curious, yes, this is a different type of video. Out of all the characters, you're really gonna do a video about Valkyrie when you got so many other characters to cover. Well, this one isn't gonna be super duper long or anything. It's just something I just thought would be fun to do, considering that the Marvel Cinematic Universe introduced her, but I actually like the comic book one a lot better. The Asgardian, of course, but evidently she's mixed with something else. And I really enjoyed her appearance in Ultimate Alliance 3. I kind of wish she was playable.
No demon at all, my prince. Just a humble servant of Asgard, who knows full well that the living do not belong in this wretched place.
Brunnhilde the Valkyrie remains sort of a mystery. Her parentage is kind of unknown. She's claimed to not just be an Asgardian and to have served something older than Asgard, but what she meant by this statement is kind of unknown. She was actually handpicked by Odin himself, the Skyfather level being, the father of Thor. Oh, by the way, I will be doing a video about Thor, probably the newer Thor that's got the power of Galactus and all that good stuff. New Donny Cates run. She's a Valkyrie, the chooser of the slain. A lot of people just call her Valkyrie because she's like the main one, right? Even though it's more than just her. A group of warrior goddesses who would appear over the battlefields of mortal worshippers of the Asgardian gods and choose which of the fallen were to be worthy of taken to Valhalla. Worthy deaths only can go to Valhalla in, this religion. The land of the honored dead. She served this for quite a little while and centuries. She's old, battle experience too. She's an Asgardian, so naturally like Asgardian, she has superhuman strength just naturally without having to really do anything on top of it. But on top of that, she's a highly trained warrior on top of this ridiculous genetics already. And she's not necessarily on the level of Thor or top tier Asgardians, but she's still a top tier Asgardian, even if she isn't equal to Thor, you know what I mean? The fourth in this video kind of proved that, right? For one, she has this dragon fang sword. It was made from the tusk of an extra dimensional dragon, and it's nearly indestructible. It's one of those metals that might possibly ignore durability on top of her ridiculous strength. Just to give an example of her power with this sword, it was able to deflect a blast from super powerhouse beings, like even being able to block a blast from Nova, deflecting blasts from War Machine. It can do weird stuff like causing vampires to burn. Didn't really want to go over speed this early, but yeah, it can deflect bullets. She has reaction time to be able to block bullets casually. This is light work for Marvel characters. It's able to ignore its like ghostly tech. Like you probably wonder what does ghostly tech mean? It means that War Machine had his armor to protect him against physical attacks, so he was kind of intangible, but it doesn't matter against this. So one can imply that this sword allows her to be able to hit intangible beings. It can do damage directly to the soul and like pierce really durable armor like this armor sin. Naturally being an Asgardian warrior, of course she has great skills, like the time she was actually able to slug it out with Lady Sif from Marvel Comics. You probably know about Lady Sif from the MCU movies or the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies. They had a nice little battle showing her skills and power, being the top tier Asgardian, like Sif is a top tier Asgardian as well. She can even use other characters' shields, like Captain America's shield. She can accurately throw it and stuff like that. Just versatile when it comes to weapons and picking that up. It's probably due to her having so much experience in fighting in general. She probably knows how to use everything. She was able to best Lady Deathstrike. This could possibly be due to the massive strength advantage she has over her. Because let's be honest, she does have a massive strength advantage over Lady Deathstrike. But then it could be just skill on top of speed and it's just a bad combination. Like she has the strength advantage, speed advantage, and skill advantage, right? Is she naked? This is none of my business. More combat speed, doing this to bullets, fans the bullets away. Duh, this should be light work. Anybody in this series should be able to do this. There was these falling stones. She's able to move so fast to the point where she like turns them into the dust with her speed with her sword and like zzz, like that type of speed. Catching her off guard is extremely tough to do. She's able to react to surprise attacks, warrior nature. Her body moves without her thinking sometimes. Another occasion of skill of her using Captain America's shield. Gots to freaking love it. Naturally, this is the thing about Valkyrie. She's not like one of the most popular characters. With that being said, I say this in every video about these type of characters. It's one of those situations where just because she hasn't done it doesn't mean she can't do it. A lot of people would say, oh, she's lightweight tier because we ain't really seen her. We ain't seen her literally level a country. We ain't seen her pull no island. We ain't seen her bust no planet. We ain't seen no destroy no sun. You know what I'm saying? So people automatically assume, oh man, she's probably building level or something because all the light stuff. It's one of those things. You got to look at the writer intent and the lore. And when it comes to lore and writer intent, you get an idea of where she ranks at when it comes to power based on the people she fights and endures attacks from, who she consistently fights, and the fact that she's an Asgardian. You got to remember that the Asgardian lore has to play a big part. You ain't going to have no Asgardian with Asgardian lore be on the street level, fighting street level characters in the streets because she's an Asgardian. That would kind of contradict the lore. That's how the best way to look at it, even if you don't necessarily see how many feats. It's kind of one of those common sense things. It's like, okay, logically speaking, do you think she's a street level character? She's an Asgardian. Like, you can use it. You can use some common sense in that too. Some people go by feats. She ain't did it. She can't do it. That's BS. Not saying she's on par with Phoenix Force level characters, but she was able to take a blast from the Phoenix Force, just to let you know her durability. She's like literally able to catch a blade with her bare hands, like just catch it just because of durability, right? She has some decent pain tolerance. She gets hit with a grenade and pulls herself out of the rubble. Like, she literally has fought Nova before. Took a blast from characters like Nova. When she lands, she cracks the ground. Just little light work stuff. You can get an idea of her speed is that the fact that she was able to dodge like an incoming Nova. Like, Nova is definitely light speed. I have a video about Nova as well. She got like a little tussles with Loki. Dodging attacks from Loki as well. She can do casual stuff like make like a little hole in a mountain here with her strength. Something that should be lightweight for her. But she can twirl around 350 pounds, showing that she is out of the ordinary. She actually got in a fight with Storm. Kind of was able to KO Storm, wallop Storm in the fight, letting you know her level of power she's in. Storm is a very, very powerful Omega level mutant. She's strong enough to cut this large robot in half. You can get an idea of the writer intent is that the fact is her swinging her sword just caused a shockwave. There was a time she like literally missed her target, but it caused like a shockwave and hit the surrounding area anyway. Give you writer intent of what they imply that she can do with her strength. It's implied that characters like Crossbones are too weak for her. She bloodied him up with a smack. This big old stone pillar. Oh yeah, Enchantress. Yeah, you see it. More lore for Valkyrie's strength is the fact that she was able to fight Enchantress, like one of the most powerful magicians known as Amora. She's very powerful. She was even a foe for She-Hulk and has fought She-Hulk. Gotten little tangles with the Hulk himself and things like that, just to give you an idea of Enchantress' power. I'm not saying she's equal to Hulk and stuff, but her magical abilities make her be able to give these top-tier strong beings a match, you know what I mean? That's where these magical users are a force to be reckoned with, because it's not about their actual strength, but it's their trickery skills and their hacks and versatility what makes them very deadly. While I do have to admit, she does have her fair share of glass cannon-y moments where it's implied that she needs to have some shields up, magical shields to enhance her durability, because this can happen even from Captain America. So she's one of those characters where she can get hurt. Well, Captain America does have a vibranium shield, so that makes sense, right? Gotten in battles with characters like Enchantress, so that's more important too, right there. She can slice through a truck. She has really strong legs. The aftershock of her just jumping off a truck like totals it, you know what I mean? That type of power. As she's fighting this little sin mech. She's pretty much fought all the major people. I mean, just with a mere shockwave, she was able to knock away Storm and Spider-Woman, just to give you an idea. I mean, for Pete's sake, she was able to completely knock out Emma Frost in her diamond form. Further implication of her power. Lifts a giant robot above her head, light work stuff. To get the best idea where she strength scales is that one of her battles, she actually fought She-Hulk himself, sensational She-Hulk. This is probably where I would rank her when it comes to raw power. She-Hulk Miss Marvel range at most of the times. They actually got in a war. I mean, you got to think about it, man. She-Hulk ain't no joke. I mean, she might not be up there with the heavy hitters, but she can at least stagger them, you know. And Valkyrie is comparable to characters like She-Hulk sensational days. This is pretty impressive, I would say, for Valkyrie on that level. Let's not forget that She-Hulk was able to do this to the Fantastic Four. As you can see here, yeah, Valkyrie fought her. She even KO'd the champion of the universe before. She-Hulk did that. So just give you an idea of her power. But unfortunately, that's just about going to do. I know this was really short, not really that much to really say. She's one of the characters where she doesn't have the most showing. But she was a helping aid in fighting Red Hulk, like with She-Hulk, of course. Yeah, he's a team buzz. He's fighting all these women, these strong women at the same time. She was a helping aid. Her sword was able to at least pierce them, right? That's something, this powerful sword. But what power level do you think Valkyrie's at? Do you think she's completely equal to She-Hulk, or you think she's slightly below? I think she's around the Miss Marvel range, that type of range. Makes sense, right? Wouldn't necessarily say she's on characters like the Incredible Hulk, like the actual real Hulk, you know? It's been a few occasions of her getting overpowered by him, implying there is a decent gap, you know? Like, she's an Asgardian, but she is in Thor level Asgardian, you know what I mean? But she should not be underestimated regardless of this. So if I had to put it on the strength scale, if I had to use a grid, this is how I would say the grid looks. Like Valkyrie being comparable to She-Hulk, Ms. Marvel type level characters. Meaning that I do believe Valkyrie probably is more likely in the star ranges, small star ranges at least, being comparable to Ms. Marvel because she can blast with a star or a planet or at least, right? Same with She-Hulk, that type of thing. Multi-continental, super duper low bonding multi-continental when it comes to shattering. Like, AKA, I think Valkyrie could shatter multiple continents with her strikes. Plus, she has an indestructible sword that can cut Hulk level beings. So then there's that. But when it comes to raw power, I don't think she's up there with the Incredible Hulk. Like, I think he's up there with Thor. Those are the super, like, you know, Thor is up there with Hulk. But like, I don't think Valkyrie's up there. She's like, you know, still a powerhouse in her own right, but yeah, they're the super duper hitters. You know what I mean? If Hulk's a class 100, I would say Valkyrie's probably class 85, 90. Same with She-Hulk, Ms. Marvel, that type of thing. Not taking those numbers seriously though, because I've already debunked the class system. Like, we all know all these characters can lift way more than 100 tons. Valkyrie, if I'm being honest, she can probably lift quadrillions of tons. Like, let's be real here. Hulk can lift sextillions, octillions of tons. Ms. Marvel can probably lift sextillions, octillions of tons. Same with She-Hulk, probably can lift billions of tons, trillions of tons. But you know how Marvel is, the 100-ton class system. That junk's BS. I got a whole video about that, by the way, because I don't want to ramble. But I hope you guys enjoyed this little quick rundown of Valkyrie. Did you know she was this strong? She don't have the most flashy feats, man, but the right intent is there. Her being Asgardian, whole bunch of time of experience. She's fought all the major people, slugged it out with She-Hulk in a war. She's actually fought Ms. Marvel, took a blast from the Phoenix Force. The lore is there. She ain't no lightweight. We already know Phoenix Force is like universal plus, infinite pluses. You know what I mean? Respect Valkyrie. Hope you guys learned something new.